gentlemen, for a very special, very hard-hitting, very in-depth investigation into the life and scandals of JOJO Siwa. Who the F is JOJO Siwa, and why is she a billionaire? Why are kids worldwide obsessed with her? Why is Justin Bieber fighting with her? Why am I wearing a size XL children's sequin jacket with matching top? It's really clinging to my bosom and $9 bow. Why? I have so many questions, and tonight I have gone deep to get you and me answers. Oh, sorry, my JOJO Siwa Believe bow just got caught on my eyelash. I guess you're not supposed to be wearing giant false eyelashes when you wear a JOJO Siwa bow, although that's a question that we're going to answer tonight. Oh, Katrina, wow, right away critique on the ponytail. I know the pony is like, it's wet, it's gelled, it's slick. I didn't put the time into the ponytail that I should have, and I apologize right off the bat. I promise I'll make it up to you with the incredible videos, images, scandals I'm going to show you tonight. It will blow your mind. I mean, I'm still recovering. Oh, I'm also sweating through this JOJO Siwa shirt, which, by the way, still has the tag on it, and I'm definitely returning it because it costs $9.99, and it's $9.99 I'm not willing to give JOJO Siwa. We'll get to that. We'll get to all of that. I spent $78 on this look. Was it worth it? Tell me in the comments. And I hope you jump in the comments because this is going to be a dialogue, a conversation, a joint, immersive, investigative experience. I just want to start with something that's just, we're going to diverge from the JOJO Siwa path before we dive in. And just say, as a mother, I have been in a relationship with the same person for 14 years. I don't get dick pics. Okay, that's not something that I get in my life, on my phone, in my DMs, until last week. So we shared some of your kids' art on this live show that happened to look like penises. And I guess that really inspired, I'm not joking, hundreds of people to slide up into my DMs on the New Mom Who Dis Instagram page, on the Jessie Crookshake, on my personal page, all day, every day, just sliding into my DMs with your children's penis art. On the weekend, I'm in the car. On the weekend, I said to Evan, I was like, oh, another dick pic. And he was like, excuse me? They did not stop rolling in. And I have to say, I'm flattered, honestly. If I'm the first person you think of from now on when your child draws something that vaguely resembles a penis, I hope you'll continue to send it to me. Here's just a few of the many penises that I've received in my DMs. And it just made me think, not all of these are accidental penises. There's a fair amount where the penis is very much intentional. It's deliberate. And my question for you is, what is going on with our children's obsession with penises and boobs and vagina flaps and nudity? Are your kids as obsessed with nakedness as mine are? Because I'm just going to tell you, we're getting very intimate. And this is probably not something we should discuss while I'm literally wearing a 12-year-old garment. But Rio pulls my shirt down and grabs my boobs and yells boobies every single day. If he was not my 3-year-old son, he would be in prison. The other day he said to me, I have boobies. And I was like, oh, those are nipples. And boys have nipples and women have boobies. And he was like, I want to be a woman. And then I'm in this very precarious parenting position where I was like, well, that is definitely something you could choose in the future. And if that is how you feel inside, we will always love and accept you. Where's your Buzz Lightyear? I was like, I don't know how to handle the conversations. Are your kids obsessed? Please tell me in the comments. We also have this Sunwing Vacations magazine in our house, which is like a vacation magazine. I have it on a shelf because there's pictures of my family in it, so I kept it. But the whole magazine is just like kids and parents in bathing suits. And Rio calls anyone in a bathing suit naked. So like if he sees anyone at the beach or whatever, he'll just point and be like, she's naked. So he calls the magazine the Naked Book. And every day he's like, Mommy, where's the naked book? I want to see the naked book. Mommy, show me your naked book. And like, you just know that he has at some point said to his preschool teachers, like, Mommy shows me her naked book. I'm on the verge of being arrested, not just because I have a head-to-toe JOJO Siwa children's ensemble on. Okay, I want to see what you're telling. Good call. My son puts his, hang on. I just gazed at the comments and it was like penis balls, penis. My daughter took 2 balls to her daycare leader and said she had boobies. Okay, I mean that's, please. I basically still put 2 balls in my shirt every day and pretend to have boobies. Let's be honest. What else do we have? My son is motorboating me on the daily. I'm breastfeeding. Okay, Jacqueline, it's like, it makes sense when you're breastfeeding or when you have another baby in the house who's breastfeeding. But like this boob obsession has just really emerged quite on its own. I think it's Little Mermaid related because he has noted that the Little Mermaid does have boobies. When my son was 3, he would yell, my penis is getting giant. Toddler erections. Good times. Good times. Wow. I mean, it's really noticing. One of my favorite quotes from my children, and like, let's burn this episode after because I hope they never see it. Not just because of my ensemble. One of my favorite quotes from my children is he was like peeing and he goes, Mommy, one day right now I have a boy penis and one day I'm going to grow up and have a man penis. And I was like, yeah, you are. My husband showed my son the helicopter and now he runs around the house butt naked screaming, helicopter, what's the helicopter? This? You swing it around? Please confirm. The helicopter is when a man swings his genitalia around in a helicopter motion? First of all, I'm pretty glad I'm only discovering this now. Second of all, where's my air horn? Guys, I can't let that go without an air horn. Whew! Wow, we're learning so much and we haven't even gotten into the JOJO Siwa content yet. Please keep the comments coming. I'm going to go back and read every single one of them and probably share them. You know that's what I like to do. So next week, I decided after all this like nudity obsession, I decided next week on Monday, we are going to drop the How to Talk to Your Kids About Sex and Nudity episode on YouTube because it's A, like one of my all-time favorite apps, and B, I felt like I needed a refresher on just how to talk about all of this with my children. So look for that. That's coming on Monday. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, just going to get you back in the mood with the hit single Boomerang by JOJO Siwa to tell you enough with the light, fluffy content. It is time to get serious here. If we can, it is time for New Mom Hootis Investigates. JOJO Siwa. Last week on New Mom Hootis, on our Instagram page, we posted the JOJO Siwa board game that caused a big controversy. She released a board game that said on the box it was targeted at kids 6 plus, okay, 6 years old plus. It was like a truth or dare game with questions like, have you ever walked in on someone naked or had someone walk in on you? Clearly all your kids have. They're helicoptering around. Okay, other questions on the controversial game included, have you ever gone outside without underwear? A bathing suit doesn't count. Have you ever been arrested? This game was targeted to children 6+. So this goes like viral because moms bought it for their kids for the holidays and were freaking out. Have you ever been arrested? I started to think about JOJO Siwa and who she is. And I vaguely heard of her. She's a tween. She wears a big bow. But I was like, how is she so famous? Is it possible that she's so famous that she makes so much merch that this one just slipped through the cracks? And as I have discovered in my research, yes, she is. So I thought as moms, we should all know what the kids are into, but also what our kids are potentially going to be into one day. So my producer Samantha and I have spent the past week researching all things JOJO Siwa, and I can't think of a better use of our time, to be perfectly honest. Today, we are proud to share all of our discoveries with you. So I just want to start with the basics. And again, please jump in the comments. Tell me if you are as shook as I am. Tell me if you disagree with me. Tell me if you know a kid or have a kid who loves their JOJO Siwa. Annie Marie, I appreciate the gratitude. It is God's work. And I've just been put on this earth to do it in an XL children's sequin jacket. So thank you. Okay, here's what we need to know about JOJO Siwa. She got her start on Dance Moms, which we love, with her mom. In 2016, she released her first single called Boomerang, which has 932 million views. Here's just a small taste of what 932 million, that's almost 1 billion people have watched by choice.
Stuck to the phone like they're all alone. Hide behind the screen cause it just don't mean, but we don't play it like that. We don't even fight back. All of the words, you just brush it off. Saying we're fake gas, no we're not. Try and throw us off track, but we know how to come back.
Okay. I mean, I'm not denying that it's a jam. I will just observe that she is a 12-year-old in that video, 12 years old with a rainbow ponytail and a bow, rapping. She's rapping. I don't know if I would call her a talented singer or a vocalist. I apologize. Please at me in the comments if you disagree. But clearly, it doesn't matter. 5 years later, JOJO Siwa today is worth an estimated $1 billion. And she was just on Time Magazine's list of 100 most influential people on planet Earth. So at this point in my investigation, I'm like, okay, so she's not a super talented rapper or singer. Maybe she's an incredible personality. Maybe she's a charismatic, engaging YouTube person. She has 12 million subscribers on YouTube. She has 31 million subscribers on TikTok. I am ashamed that I know those numbers off by heart, but here we are. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to watch some of her videos and just see what it is about her that is so engaging.
Hey everyone, it's JoJo. Welcome back to JoJo's every single Wednesday. It's just going to stop a trainer that I've gorgeous on my head. Currently, I am in a hotel room right now in Las Vegas, and it is 11:30 at night. Hey everyone, it's JoJo. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, you guys. Today, this is probably one of my most requested videos ever. Oh, there's a fly. Wait. Like I was saying, this is probably... Hey guys, good morning to every single cheerleader out in this entire little bit. That's good, that's good. So glad to hear that. Oh, hey guys, good morning to every single cheerleader out in this entire little bit.
What in the actual fuck? What did she just say? Am I just so old? Thank you, Emily. What is going on? Did anyone understand that? Is that an energy that feels good to anyone? Are we just old? What is it? What is happening? Right? Jenny, she's And it's not just my tight ponytail, but watching that 10-second clip gave me a headache. There's something, Felicia, something is going on. So like, I'm really trying to digest. I understand the bows and the sparkles and like the high energy. She's all about positivity and anti-bullying. And like, that's great. And that's fun when you're a kid. But JoJo Siwa recently turned 17. And 17 is like, you have your period. You're a woman. And yet she threw herself a JoJo Siwa themed birthday party. I cannot.
I'm just saying, it's pretty cool to me that it's my 17th birthday and I can have my own themed birthday party. Like, I can have a JoJo Siwa themed birthday. JoJo Siwa can have a JoJo Siwa themed birthday. And this isn't just any kind of, my own themed birthday party. This is like actually legit. I mean, I got plates, napkins, cups, balloons. I got ice cream. So good. And all this stuff is available at Target, Walmart, Party City. You name it, it's there. And it's pretty cool.
Target, Walmart, Party City. By the way, every single one of her videos, is she drinking Pedialyte? I'm not sure, but I'm going to have to just to get through this live. Every single one of her videos is like, she'll just throw in like, oh, and my merch is available at Target, Walmart, Party City, CVS, Walgreens. Like, it's wild. So she has her own ice cream, which she was enjoying and eating. She has 12,000 varieties of JoJo Siwa bows. That sounds like a number that you just say, like she has 12,000. No. 12,000 varieties. I know this because on my recent trip to the Target, which I went to, by the way, during a global pandemic, so I risked my life for this bow, I actually ended up purchasing 2 bows because, quite frankly, I couldn't decide. I was overwhelmed by the array of tackiness. I don't know. So this is it's just a subtle tie-dye with rhinestones, with a star and glitter. So that's one of the 12,000 options. And then this one is a more, it has like some just color. And then in here it says, believe, just to provide inspiration, on the very top of your head. On top of the bows and the sweatshirts and the t-shirts and the clothes and the ice cream and the Party City merch, she obviously also has Lunchables, lunch kits. I think she couldn't get the licensing on Lunchables, so it's just lunch kits with a Z. She has so much JoJo Siwa merchandise. She has an entire room in her house filled with just merch. Behold the merch room. Everybody, behold the JoJo Siwa merch room. I have one It's Food sweatshirt that I handmade myself on this show. That's the merch. That's all the merch we're getting here. A merch room. And now, obviously, I see the merch room and I'm like, I need to stock her home. Her house, she lives in a mansion with her parents just outside of LA. I basically know the address. I'm actually driving by later tonight. Don't tell her. And the entire house is as if JoJo Siwa has like vomited on the walls. There are glitter walls. There's like zebra wallpaper. There are like JoJo Siwa posters and costumes everywhere. This is her actual bedroom. This is not Willy Wonka. This is the room that JoJo sleeps in. And like, actually, when you look at that, it all sort of makes sense. If I slept in the literal sweet factory, I might have the energy and essence of JoJo Siwa as well. And by the way, none of this is, I'm trying not to be negative here. I'm mostly just in shock. I'm just taking it all in. I'm just a grown-ass older lady trying to understand the world that is JoJo Siwa. Tell me what your theory is. Why do you think she is this popular? Because I think like maybe maybe I'm just deeply jealous of JoJo Siwa. Like, she is a child's rainbow sparkly fantasy come true. Like, maybe every child just dreams of living in a sweet factory and wearing sparkles and bows, and like, is that she's just the embodiment of young girls' dreams coming true? Is that what it is? I'm actually asking you, because this is, as I said, it's an ongoing investigation. We're really trying to break the story, break the news, hear from you, people on the street. Alexander said, I would have night terrors in that room. How can I trust a clown won't pop out? Honestly, I've always admired, like, that room aside, when the Kardashians show their like candy jars, I don't I'm like, how do you not eat it all? I could never have a candy jar on display or like a full wall of candy. I would just eat it obsessively. But maybe JoJo Siwa doesn't have the emotional eating problems that I do. Imagine sneaking a guy into that room. She's 17. We should all imagine her sneaking a guy into that room. She's 17. And she's wearing this, which, you know, it's inappropriate for a 17-year-old. Imagine how appropriate it is for a 30-something-year-old. So for a second, I was like, you know what? I'm being too judgmental. Like, at this point, I'm judging her parents for putting sparkles on the wall. Like, I need to just look at her, not from an adult perspective. I need to try to see her as a kid, as like a young girl, maybe to them as an entertainer. Like, maybe she is unbelievably talented. And then I watched this.
Who let the dogs out? 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 Who let the dogs out?
Oh, by the way, that's her TikTok in case you wanted to follow her. For more of that, what is happening? No, I don't. I sing Who Let the Dogs Out pretty frequently in my house, and I'm quite certain I sing it better. I'm no Baha Men, but I definitely know JoJo Siwa. Is she an amazing dancer, Sarah? For real? Because I know she was on Dance Mom. So I was like, okay, that's her thing. She's like the other girl who's in this, like, she's like an amazing, but all the dancing I've seen in my extensive research is like, sorry, I need music. Hang on, just let me. It's literally like,
I'ma come back like a boomerang. I'ma come back like a boomerang. I'ma come back. Trying to make me stop.
sorry, I didn't expect to do that. I hadn't rehearsed for that, but I hope you got the essence. That is what JoJo Siwa does. And if she's a more talented dancer than that, Sarah, sorry, I think I pulled something. I will have to go immediately to the hospital after this live. If she's a talented dancer, let me know. Slide up in my DMs. You guys, I'm literally out of breath. Slide up into my DMs with great JoJo Siwa dancing vids because I need to see them. So, okay, we've taken in the Who Let the Dogs Out. We've taken in the YouTube vids, the TikTok vids. When anyone like JoJo Siwa reaches worldwide fame, 1 billion views, they obviously find themselves embroiled in some kind of scandal. There was the inappropriate board game. But as I discovered, that's just the tip of the scandal iceberg for JoJo Siwa. Here are just a few of the other scandals she has been in. I'm going to read the headlines here. JoJo Siwa issues statement after her Claire's makeup set was recalled over asbestos concerns. I don't need to go into detail there. The headline really says it all. That your 7-year-old was putting pink eyeliner on filled with asbestos. Here's another scandal that came up. JoJo Siwa breaks silence on blackface video scandal We are dressed up like circus animals. Here was the person in question. It was a person who appeared in her video painted like a monkey. I'm just saying, judge for yourself. The next scandal involved the bows, which I think I need to readjust here, although it did stay in quite beautifully for my dance routine. JoJo boys, the tween craze being banned from a classroom near you. So in 2016, like right after they first came out and started to take over the world, they were banned across the UK, across the United Kingdom, because they were deemed as a distraction in schools. And because apparently there was so much teasing and mockery and like literal class wars between girls who could afford them and the girls who could not afford to own a $16 bow. Weird. It's also weird because her bows were created to be a symbol of power, confidence, and believingness. I mean, I got that immediately from looking at this bow, but if you didn't. More recently, this James Charles, the YouTube makeup artist, gave her a makeover. JoJo Siwa is nearly unrecognizable after she gets a makeover from James Charles. People were like freaking out because they could not believe that JoJo Siwa actually looked like a woman when she let her hair down and like replaced the glitter on her face with makeup. But I mean, look at her, put that picture back up. Like, she's 17. She's 17. She's supposed to look like the girl on the right. That's where I go, like, what's the JoJo Siwa evolution? How do you evolve the JoJo Siwa brand? Like, the Kris Jenner mechanisms behind the scene. What do you do? Because you can't be 25 wearing sequins and bows, or you'll just look like this. And I'm not 25. Oh God, I'm cracking. You know when your like t-shirt is too tight and you start to crack the print? It's going to be really tough to return. I'll let you know how the return goes. Maybe I'll live stream it next week. The final scandal was when JoJo Siwa, get ready, if your mind hasn't been blown yet, it is now. She posted this photo of her new custom BMW. I just can't. And neither can Justin Bieber. So look in the comment. Justin Bieber wrote twice, burn it. Honestly, this is something I never thought I would say, but I'm with you, Justin Bieber. Burn it. She did not burn it. She doubled down with this $100,000 Tesla covered in her face. I cannot. I can't. I don't even have a sound effect. Is this? It's so insane. Like, her whole shit is wild. She wears her own t-shirts on her face. She puts her own face on her cars. She puts her own face in her house. Like, it's crazy. So I don't know. Tell me in the comments, are you as shook as me? Right. Thank you, Sarah. This girl is worth near $1 billion, but Rebecca Black was bullied. Come on. I mean, oh God, you guys, my post-childbirth balding is really, it's really not holding up with the JoJo Siwa look. I'd like her to start covering more songs like It Wasn't Me by the great Shaggy. It wasn't me. The great Shaggy. Truly one of the best. Yeah, I don't know what I need to see from her. I need some kind of an evolution. I need like the bow. I understand you're scared because like you're selling, you have 12,000 varieties of bows. Like you don't want that to go away, but like, how do you evolve the brand? This is coming from a woman who has, you know, been in the public eye for 15 years and still has the exact same hair as day one. I literally haven't changed my hair or my makeup, honestly, really, for like 15 years. So you know what? Who am I to judge? Maybe she should just run with it. Maybe we'll all be lucky enough to have like a Madonna situation, like a JoJo Siwa in her 60s performing at the MMVAs in sequins and a bow. I worry that we might get an Amanda Bynes situation. I worry. It's a lot to take in. at a young age, you know? That's all I'm saying. From bows to bonnets, LOL. Caitlin, you should contact her mother, her dance mom, and really let her know what you think. Okay. My JoJo Siwa, she doesn't need to evolve. She can retire at 20. Margot, she could retire at 12. Her brand is worth an estimated $1 billion. She could literally, you are fully right. Why am I worried about the evolution of JoJo Siwa? JoJo Siwa is going to be just fine. JoJo Siwa is going to take care of her mom and her dad and her whoever knows who, all of those people she sneaks into the sweet factory. She's good. Would you be okay? I know a lot of us have younger kids, but would you be okay if your kids grew up a little bit and started idolizing JoJo Siwa? Like, is she a good role model? Is she, because I often think about what's the first concert I'm going to take my kids to? Like, am I going to take them to a JoJo Siwa concert? I keep trying to introduce them to like young singing boys. Like I really play a lot of One Direction videos for them, like original One Direction videos. I show them Harry Styles in like, gender bending clothes. Like I'm really pushing that direction. I want them to see young boys singing because secretly I want them to grow up to become a boy band. Not secret. She donates a lot of money to others, so I don't mind my daughter loving her. Is that true, Birdie? That's nice. I do think she is you can't deny that she's a beacon of light in a dark time. There's nothing dark or negative about JoJo Siwa. It's all literal rainbows and sparkles. She's not a bad role model. I'm 100% okay with my 8-year-old looking up to her. Okay, I love this. I love this for all of us and JoJo Siwa. She works her ass off. Let's say that. Even when she's dancing, when she's talking, she's sweating. She's working hard. She is hustling. If you want your daughter to see someone who is like confident and hustling, JoJo Siwa it is. I still can't get over the fact that she wears t-shirts with her own face. I guess it's like, if you're Kim Kardashian, you wear the Skims. If you're JoJo Siwa, you wear the Target line. Okay. Our in-depth JoJo Siwa investigation is not finished, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to culminate in a game, as always, on this show. The game is JoJo Siwa Trivia, and I have so cleverly called it, Let's See What You Know About JoJo Siwa. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm allowed to call someone else talentless when I have the talent to come up with a name like that. All right. Here's the deal. I'm going to ask you a question about JoJo Siwa. You have to put your best guess in the comments. I will read out my favorites as always. And I'm looking for someone to get 5 out of 5 here, okay? If you get 5 out of 5, I will personally put my extra JoJo Siwa bow in the mail so you too can live your dream. Making up the rules. All right, question number 1. How many bows has JoJo Siwa sold? Take a guess. How many bows has she sold? I told you there are 12,000 different styles. So how many has she sold? Since 2016, just throw a number. 1 million, says Tina. 8 billion. 20 million, 15 million, $1 billion. They're throwing numbers out. 7 million. Okay. These are all at 2 millions. These are all excellent guesses. The correct answer is, I don't think anybody got it, 80 million bows as of 2020. 80 million. 80 million bows. I mean, I can't even. 80 million bows. So yeah, she can retire on the bows alone. Okay, question number 2. How many bows does JoJo Siwa own herself? How many bows? If Jessie Cruikshank, 37-year-old mother of two, owns 2 bows, how many bows does JoJo Siwa own? Take a guess in the comments. Wowie. 300 says Haley. It's a great guess. 1,500. 3,000. We're just guessing 1,200. Okay. I'm already upset because I don't have the storage space in my home or my bathroom to keep this. And but JoJo doesn't have that problem. She has an entire bow room to keep her 800 bows. She owns 800 bows. Moving right along. This is a tough one. Which celebrity is taller than JoJo Siwa? Is it A, Robert Downey Jr., B, Cameron Diaz, C, Joaquin Phoenix, or D, Taylor Swift? Robert Downey Jr., Cameron Diaz, Joaquin Phoenix, Taylor Swift. Which celebrity is taller than JoJo Siwa? I have to say, we couldn't have put together a more random collection of celebrities to compare to JoJo Siwa. So, again, talented. Cameron Diaz says Julie LeBlanc is taller. Taylor Swift says Jessica is taller. Taylor is fucking tall, says Messia. Messia, you always come in with the gold on these lives. I love to see you. Jessica says all of the above are taller. Yeah, JoJo Siwa has a very diminutive presence, right? She's like very childlike. You would imagine that all of the above is the correct answer. It is not. The only celebrity taller than JoJo Siwa in that list, including Cameron Diaz, Robert Downey Jr., and Joaquin Phoenix, is Taylor Swift. JoJo Siwa, Joelle Joni Siwa, is 5'9". That's impressive. I just want my kids to idolize someone who's 5'9", a woman who's 5'9", because I think it's awesome. 5'9". Taylor Swift, 5'10". Very tall. And I've been listening to a lot of Taylor Swift lately, which is a conversation for another time. Very into the last 2 albums. It's the older lady in me that loves just a slow jam with Bon Iver. Okay, moving right along. 2 more questions. How many TikTok likes does JoJo Siwa have? How many TikTok likes does JoJo Siwa have? How many people have liked a JoJo Siwa video? Of course, I gave you a taste of her TikTok with the Who Let the Dogs Out video, so you know what there is to like and what's not to like. 2 million. 250 billion. Max Stu says 3 trillion. Just 45 billion. 5 billion. Too many. Ladies and gentlemen, the correct answer is 1.1 billion TikTok likes. 1.1 billion likes on TikTok. Is anyone 4 for 4, or were the numbers, you were just throwing numbers at the window? Okay, because we're at our last question. Who has JoJo not collaborated with? A, Paris Hilton. B, Kim Kardashian. C, Meghan Trainor. D, Katy Perry. Which one of those people has she not collabed with? Paris Hilton, Kim Kardashian, Meghan Trainor, Katy Perry. Everyone's jumping in the comments. Paris Hilton. Paris, you don't think you can't visualize a JoJo times Paris collection? Max said A, Paris Hilton. Birdie says Katy Perry. Tina says Kim K. We can't decide. Haley says Meghan Trainor. Haley, you are incorrect. She just released a holiday single with Meghan Trainor, as you do. I mean, who doesn't have a Christmas song with Meghan Trainor? The correct answer of that list, the only person she has not collaborated with, and I'm actually shocked, is Katy Perry. She has collabed with Paris Hilton, with Kim Kardashian. Northwest is a fan, so they did a thing together. Kanye West, Meghan Trainor. Like, who has not collaborated with JoJo Siwa? To be honest, I'm surprised we couldn't get her on this live, and don't think I am not going to drive down to her house this evening and try to get her on a show, okay? It's going to happen. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how you play. Let's see what you know about JoJo Siwa. I have to say, you did pretty well. You really did. Who knew? Oh, I love when you come, Haley Young. 0 out of 5. 0, it's just one of those nights. And you can be proud that you knew 0 out of 5 things about JoJo Siwa. Because let me tell you, last week at this time, I knew 0 out of 5 about JoJo Siwa too. But look at how enlightened I am now. Look at what a changed and enlightened person I am now. And hopefully all of you are, after this very in-depth, very hard-hitting, very important, especially given what's going on in the world. This was a very important New Mom Who Dis investigates JoJo Siwa. And you know what? I can't think of a better way to end this investigation than with one more viewing of this.
Who let the dogs out? 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 Who let the dogs out?
I'm learning the moves. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our JoJo Siwa investigation. Before we go, I want to start doing something new on this show because it's like my favorite part of the week. We all get together, we all laugh, we all escape the reality of like everything that's going on with lockdowns and homeschooling and capital takeovers, and we're all here together. And so I want to end every show on a high note. So I'm putting this out to you. Tell me one thing in the comments, anything good, anything exciting, positive, no matter how big or how small. This is the JoJo energy, JoJo Siwa energy in me coming out. I want to know I want to know one thing that's positive in your life. Put it in the comments. I got to work on that. That's going to be a work in progress, but this very tight sequin jacket is bringing it out of me. Tell me one great thing that happened to you, your family, someone you know, your kid, anything. Like, just put it in the comments. I want to read a couple, and I will tell you my high note, which is that last night, as you know, I have talked about this a lot. We've been it's been hard to make the decision to send our kids back to preschool, especially in Los Angeles, which, by the way, is like the most dangerous place to be right now. It's just so tragic what's happening in the city and so scary. So sending my kids to preschool every day has been like, I just question the decision every single day. Am I a bad mom for putting them at risk, us at risk, all of it? But last night, I'm putting Rio to sleep, Rio and Dre, but I'm tucking Rio in. And he says, Mommy, tomorrow, can we watch the Rosa Parks movie? And I was like, what movie? Could we watch the Rosa Parks movie? And I was like, how do you know about Rosa Parks? And he says to me, Rosa Parks, the lady who went on the bus, and the bus driver told her, you can't sit there. You have to go to the back of the bus. And she said, I want to sit here. And I was like, and he's like, and then Rosa Parks told all her friends to sit at the front of the bus, and everybody listened. And I couldn't believe what was happening. So I'm getting a little bit verklempt and emotional, and I go over to tuck Dre in, and then Rio says from the other side of the room, and Mommy, Rosa Parks was friends with Martin Lulu King Jr. I was like, what? And he was like, Martin Lulu King Jr. Martin Lulu King Jr. was a teacher, and he taught everybody that everybody should be treated the same. Everybody should swim in the same swimming pools. Everybody should drink from the same drinking fountains. I was like, this person knows more about the civil rights movement than I do, and he's 3, and I didn't teach him any of it. And he learned it all in his little preschool, and I was just totally overcome. And I felt in that little moment this this reassurance that we had made the right choice, and this gratitude to teachers who are putting themselves at risk to teach our children throughout everything that's going on. And also just like this hope that, you know, there's this generation who's at 3 years old knows about Martin Luther King. So that's my high note for the week. Such a gem. He truly is a gem. Okay, Lisa's high note is Trump got impeached. Large crowd applause. That's a high note. It's a high note. Jessica's, my daughter's cat, cuddled with me for the first time yesterday. That's delightful. And I love that your daughter has her own cat. Oh, Jennifer Rose says, I teach school in Nova Scotia. This is our first week back since Christmas, and it has been awesome to see them all. They must feel the same way. Oh my God. Our 21-month-old peed in the potty for the first time this week. 21 months. Sorry, that's not even applause. That's an air horn. That's young. That's amazing. Oh my gosh. You guys, okay, see, we're ending on a high note. I've just decided we're doing it every week. And I might wear this bow every single week because really it's been a show. And I am so grateful for all of you. Thank you so much for joining my hard-hitting and deep dive into JOJO Siwa. And if you're at home cuddling your daughter's cat, hiding from your children, I don't care what you're doing, I want you to do just like one JOJO Siwa move with me right now. Just give me like a hair toss. We'll see you next week on New Mom Who Dis Live. And if you want me to investigate anybody else, please. My investigative reporting is award-worthy. So I'm just going to wait for the Emmys to roll in. Bye. I'm helicoptering my ponytail. See, we learned a lot today. And I'm dizzy. Good night, everybody.